Morning, the most news in the morning, period. Weekdays 6 Eastern.
It's the biggest victory of President Obama's month-old administration, signing the $787 billion economic stimulus bill into law.
About a third of this package comes in the forms of tax cuts, by the way, the most progressive in our history. Not only spurring job creation, but putting money in the pockets of 95% of hardworking families in America.
The devil, of course, is in the details. How much of the stimulus plan delivers on the president's campaign promises? Joining us from Washington to separate fact from fiction, Bill Adair, the founder of PolitiFact.com. We've been doing this weekly segment with you, the Obameter, as we call it. You said 500 campaign promises made. How many are being kept so far? And so we'll start with the promises to business, Bill. And during the campaign, President Obama made this promise. During 2009-2010, existing businesses will receive a $3,000 refundable tax credit for each additional full-time employee hired. Now, this proposal didn't get a lot of widespread support. Even some congressional Democrats knocked it. But in the end, did he deliver on this?
No, he did not. He gets a promise broken for this one. And it never got the support, as you said, and it was not included in the stimulus bill that moved through Congress, and we see no sign that it's going to come back. So promise broken on the Obameter for this one.
All right. On the campaign trail, President Obama said he would support increased funding for the National Endowment for the Arts. And it's interesting because this was one of the controversial spending projects in the stimulus bill. A lot of critics of the bill said, you know what, this is a pet project. This isn't really stimulus. So what happened? Did the funding for the arts end up in the final version of the bill?
Yes, it did. And so he gets a promise kept for this one. It's $50 million in the bill, and it gives the NEA the highest funding it's had since 1992.
All right. He also promised a tax credit, and we heard him say that in the introduction to this segment as well. 95% of working families, that would amount to $500 per worker or $1,000 per couple or family. So does the stimulus deliver on that promise, Bill?
Partly. We gave this one a compromise on the Obameter. It was originally at $500 in the first version of the bill as it came out of the House, but the Senate trimmed it to $400 per worker in an effort to reduce the overall size of the bill. So we felt that one was more of a compromise for the Obameter.
His intent was there, and then after it got worked on, that's what happens in Washington, right? He also promised in the campaign more transparency and openness, saying this would be the most open and transparent administration in our modern history. He also pledged that the public would have 5 days to review legislation online before he signed it. And we had Congressman Ron Paul on the show a few days ago. He complained that in the stimulus bill, which was over 1,000+ pages, there were 5 copies provided to the House and 5 copies provided to the Senate. Did he keep his promise of transparency with this legislation?
No, and consistently, I think pretty much every bill that he signed, and there have been 3 or 4 now, he has not kept it. So we've rated this one a promise broken. He has said, though, as you noted, that people would have 5 days and people could comment on them on the White House website, and so far they have not been consistent with that. So we've got that one rated as a promise broken. Now, they've claimed that they're going to do better about that. They're going to be posting the bills, giving people more time to comment. But so far, we're not seeing it.